Hello friends, it's Celeste and I'm an intuitive writing coach and I am here to do another energy check-in today. We're going to pull some cards to see what's going on in the collective. This story may resonate with you. It may not. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. It's for someone else. If you want to find another one that might resonate with you, you can look through my other readings that I have on my channel. I do believe that the readings are timeless, and whenever you find them, they are meant for you. Some self-doubt. Some very grounded energy. Let's see what else we have here. Too many choices, maybe? Let's see what else. Okay, I'm going to pull a few more cards because I'm getting a couple of different directions and I'd like to see which way this reading is going. Said no. Oh, a big no on that one. If it comes out, it was meant to be. All right, and then we have King of Cups reversed. All right. So I'm getting the vibe I'm getting here is you're feeling doubtful about which way to go here. You have a lot of options or a lot of advice. I'm seeing this card as options or advice. And you're caught between this idea of making a stable living and this idea of a wish fulfilled, and you are not sure which way to go. The Magician speaks of somebody who knows they know their craft. This is somebody who has everything they need inside of them to do whatever it is that they decide they want to do. But there's an energy here a few times of needing to make a decision and being either not really indecisive. This card can have a little bit of indecisiveness, and so can this one. This one is more like a feeling of being late or behind the curve. So what I'm getting here is you're behind the curve, perhaps. Maybe you've been chasing trends with your writing. Or maybe you've been wondering if you should chase trends with your writing. Because you really want to make some money with this. And doing it your way has not quite been paying off for you. And so that's the doubt, okay? You have all these choices here, and you have the ability to choose differently. This Hierophant is an energy of somebody else dictating to you what you should be writing. Now, that could be in a very literal sense of somebody that you're maybe a writing partner guiding you, or maybe people putting pressure on you to write a certain thing, or you feel maybe nobody is actually putting pressure on you, but maybe you feel pressure from the crowd to write a certain thing. Maybe you have somebody professional in your writing sphere who is putting some pressure on you, because this is either a person with some power and some real opinions about what you should do, or it could be just societal or cultural pressure, okay? It doesn't have to be a specific person, although it could be. This could be just your internal beliefs about certain norms and trends that you're seeing. And I see this as being you trying to decide whether you should chase a trend or not. And the reason that I think that is because in the end, we've got this King of Cups, and he's not happy, okay? So King of Cups in reverse, this is not the King of Cups in his power. King of Cups in his power is a man who is in touch with his emotions, or if you're more on the feminine side, doesn't have to be a man, can be a woman who is in the doing action, like she's very confident in her actions that have to do with her heart center. So any action that she does, the way that she gives love, the way that she acts with love is this card. And when it's in its reverse, it is not in its power. So you're not feeling good about the actions that you have to take if you go in the direction that you're leaning. And I'm getting with this that you're chasing trends and that you're always a little bit late. When you get there, the market is flooded, or you just feel like it's already been done, which is what happens when you chase trends. All right. So let's pull some more cards to clarify your position here. Let's pull some cards about your external world. This is going to clarify what's coming from the external and what's coming from the internal. What's you and what's other people. Honestly, it's all you, because how you hold yourself in your power when other people are putting pressure on you is you. And how you act is you. How you think and feel is you. Justice, reversed. There's a sense of injustice here. The Empress, reverse. And the Six of Pentacles, reversed. So I said this was the external, right? So there's a sense of, first of all, there's a lot of resistance in the external plane, between you and the external plane. Okay, and when we're resisting everything around us, what we're really resisting is ourselves. I know that that's something that a lot of people don't want to talk about. Like, of course, the world around us exists, but the world around us is a mirror of how we're seeing ourselves. And so we're feeling that there's a lot of injustice in the world. And indeed, there is a lot of injustice manifesting in the world. But that injustice in the world is a reflection of the injustice in our hearts. This sense of, I got a real, with the Empress here, I got a real vibe of the Earth Mother. And so maybe there's a desire to make a difference environmentally and a lot of concern about the environment right now. Maybe that's on your mind. This could also very literally be motherhood, if you're a mom. Six of Pentacles is an energy of, it's an energy of exchange. And so something about your relationship with the outer world right now does not feel an exchange. I think you feel like you're not getting what you're giving. Like maybe you're over giving. Maybe you're trying. I think the sense right here is back of this. Okay, there's a lot of options here, and maybe you're scattered in too many different directions, and so you're giving too much, but it's not focused, and you're not receiving, therefore. Okay, so some internal pressure. We already touched a little bit on that, but what is the internal pressure? This is about how you feel about the situation in general. I want to get more specific. You have some regrets. Maybe you missed out on something. Maybe you feel like you hit too late with something, dragged your feet, maybe. I think you feel like you're showing up. Like there's a lot going on here, but you're showing up. Nine of Wands can also be a sense of defensiveness. It can be a sense of I'm trying to think of the right word that is not coming to me. A sense of defensiveness or a sense of standing in the way, like blocking the way. So maybe this is, you feel like your back and forth energy is blocking your way. And if that is the case, that is what I'm getting with this energy of this reading. It's just that your lack of direction is causing a problem for you. And you have to just pick one usually. Right. And the Ace of Wands. You're not feeling inspired. You're not feeling it. Whatever it is you're trying to do here, you're not feeling it. Okay, this is again, just the way that these fell and the way that I asked the question, it reminds me of this King of Hearts reversed. He is just not feeling it, and you are not feeling the passion. So you're not feeling the emotional connection. You're not enjoying yourself, and you're also not feeling inspired. There's no inspiration here. All right. So this is a rough place to be. Let's pull some surrender cards. What do you need to surrender? This is you. What are you being called to surrender? Stress. Letting go of stress. So it's like it gets all built up in your body, right? And until you're just not enjoying what you're doing anymore at all. You're not enjoying it. You're working your butt off and you're overthinking everything about your writing, and it's not helping. You're just getting more and more stressed out. Surrender stress. Surrender to your soul's path. Your life's journey is perfectly designed for your soul's growth. This challenge that you've been experiencing, you don't have to look at it with regret. You don't have to look at it with anything other than an understanding that this sort of struggle was perfectly designed by you to challenge you to surrender to your passion and your desire. So what is it that you want to create? So chasing trends never works. And I think that there is a fine line between being aware of what's sort of on everybody's thoughts about what the next big thing is. But by the time you chase it and write a book based on what somebody thinks is going to be hot in a year or two, you're behind the curve already. So you might as well just write what you want to write and try to sell it when it's right. And sometimes the timing for what you have written is just wrong. I think a lot of us have been there where you're trying to sell something and it's just not hitting the market right at that time. And that doesn't mean that you need to quit or give up on that book. It might need that you put it aside for a little while and come back to it. It might mean that you self-publish it. Some people do that. I mean, it depends on your situation and what your goals are with your writing. All right, let's pull a couple of Moonology cards, a little more guidance for this. This card is a definite sign to be writing what it is that you feel lit up to write. What is it you want to be writing? What would make you happy? What would make you feel emotionally connected to your writing? What would make you feel inspired? Stop all of this overthinking. It's just a little hamster wheel. And you and your loved ones are safe. So if this concern about the Queen of Pentacles, so that was like a little bit of the way I read that was that it was like a concern about money. So if that's your concern, sometimes we get worried about where the money's coming from, and obviously we need to be making sure that we're in the flow resources wise. And if your writing isn't paying you a living wage, you have to have, an alternate flow of income to take the pressure off your writing. Unless you really want to live super lean. Some people like that approach too. But this card is a sign that whatever it is you're worrying about, you have the ability to keep yourself and your loved ones safe. And when you follow your guidance about how to do that, you're doing the right thing. Okay? Energy is gaining momentum. So there's something that under this that is exciting to you. You got your little, when you talk about energy gaining momentum, this is the energy we're talking about. On the opposite side, energy, so this is like your wish is fulfilled, right? It's the hope and wish card. It's the dream that you have. If you follow the dream, your energy gains momentum toward the dream. If you block the dream and you head toward this other direction of trying to write what you think will sell or that you think other people want from you, that also gains momentum in terms of thoughts. So even if it's, some people actually do a fairly good job for themselves writing kind of what someone else expects of them. And that is their business, okay? That person that feels good about that, they feel good about it and it's fine for them. If that's not you, you don't have to force yourself to be like that person, okay? You can just write whatever it is that you want to write. You're going to gain momentum toward whatever it is that you do. So if that is an upward spiral toward your goals, dreams, and ambitions, that's where you're going to spiral toward. If you start letting yourself fall down into regret, into fears, the sense of injustice in the world, it's very easy to gain momentum in a downward spiral as well. So this is a reminder that energy gains momentum, okay? So you have to choose which direction you're going to go with your writing. Are you gonna write toward the trend or the thing that you think everybody wants from you? Or are you gonna write from your heart? Which way do you want to gain momentum? We're gonna get a couple more cards, a couple more pieces of guidance. Well, we're just gonna throw them all. Okay, that one. There's too many over here. To be fair. Okay, so that's like a little like the Justice card, I think. Well, my guides are telling me about that card, to be fair. They're saying to me that you need to focus on what's fair first to you. Is it fair to you to pressure yourself and put yourself under all kinds of stress to fit into a box that someone else has in mind for you? Is it fair for you to put yourself in a box because you feel like you should limit yourself to fit a trend or whatever? Or is it fair, or is it more fair to you to want to enjoy your writing? To want to enjoy your writing life, to believe in what you're writing. I think you know the answer to that. There are times when we can write something that somebody's asked us to write, and there are times when we just feel strongly that, no, we're not going to do that. This is either about seeking help or the card is called a leg up, right? So this card is about either seeking help, asking for help when you need it, or being of service to others when you're feeling a little down. And when you listen to other people talk about their problems, sometimes it's crystal clear what you should do. You're like, wow, I would never advise somebody to do what I'm doing. It's easier sometimes to see when you are removed from something, it's 100% easier to see what the right thing to do is. It's very hard to make a change when you feel like, if you feel like your loved one's well-being is not cared for. So, your challenge is to keep your loved ones safe. You're capable of doing that. Your challenge is to take care of yourself. I want to pull one more of these. Yeah, okay. It's about exchange as well. So this is about when you're feeling depleted, allowing yourself to give and receive, because we get caught up in this like clenched up emotion and we forget to be in exchange with others. In our writing community, even sometimes in our home life or our friend circle. So it's about if you want to loosen up that tension that's in you, it can be a really good time to practice, give, and receive. And a lot of us have more trouble with one of those than the other. Remember that a gift can be a tangible thing. It can be a service or a favor, or it can just be your friendly ear and a kind word or a gentle smile or encouragement. A gift can be a lot of things. And you exchange what you have to offer others. So hang in there. This will get better when you'll get back in the flow of this when you stop resisting what it is that you really want to be making. Okay? So I hope this reading was a help to you. If you would like and subscribe, it would help other writers find me. And if you want to work with me, I do one-on-one coaching and writing mentorships. You can find all that info on my About page or at arachneproject.com, where I do have a blog that you can subscribe to as well. And that blog is for writers like this channel. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.